Hello starfish and seahorses, and here I am again ready for our very last story together. Now somehow, crazily, we have got to the end of the school year. How has that happened already? Blimey. I know, gosh, this year it's been a funny old year, hasn't it? But I just want to say what an absolute credit you have been to Miss Morris and I know in an ideal world, we would have so loved to have been there and to have been all together to finish off our year together, finish it off as brilliantly as our year started all together. But with things being so up and down, you have coped so brilliantly and you have been so amazing. And we are just so proud of you. Everyone who's been at home and who's done those home learning jobs and emailed them into us to let them know what you've been doing, and then everyone who's been at school and settled into those new bubbles and have had a brilliant time making and doing all the jobs we've set you to do in school as well. Just brilliant. You are amazing. So you all deserve a big old rest over the summer holidays and lots of fun. Ready for when you come back in September and you are year ones, so grown up. Now I know it can be a bit scary, the thought of starting again, but I have no doubts that you are going to be amazing, and that's because you have been nothing but amazing this whole year. So next year can only be the same, I am sure. Right, it may be our last week, but I've still got a story to share with you. Now this one isn't about castles or dragons or princesses. This one is about vegetables. Are you ready? This week we are doing Oliver's vegetables. Now, who do you think Oliver is? And what do you think he's doing with his vegetables? Now there's not much for us to guess based on our front cover, is there? Clearly we've got a little boy and he's got some vegetables in his hand. So what do you think he's going to do with those vegetables in this story? Do you think it's going to be a happy story? Do you think there's going to be something that goes wrong? Like in Princess Mirabelle, the dragon pox was the thing that went wrong, wasn't it? And in Zog, he couldn't do all the things very well that he needed to do to be a dragon, and so the princess had to help him. What do you think it might be that goes wrong in this story? And how do you think it'll get to a happy ending? And where do you think Oliver's going to grow his vegetables? Are you ready then? For the last time this year, let's share a story together and see what happens with Oliver's vegetables.
Finish up, Oliver, said Mum, or we'll miss the bus. Can't we walk to Grandpa's house? Asked Oliver. No, said his mother. It's too far. Hurry up. So where do you think Grandpa's house is going to be? The best thing about Grandpa's house was the wonderful garden. I grow all of my own vegetables, Grandpa said proudly. So look at that. That is where Grandpa grows all of his vegetables. Now I wonder, what different types of vegetable can you see in Grandpa's garden? And how do you think he grows them? What are the things that you think he needs to do to be able to get all of those yummy vegetables to grow? Now then, the story is called Oliver's Vegetables, isn't it? It's not called Grandpa's Vegetables. So can anyone have a guess? What do you think is going to happen that makes it about Oliver and the vegetables rather than Grandpa and the vegetables? Are you ready to find out? I don't eat vegetables, Oliver told Grandpa. I only eat chips. Oh dear, it's not very healthy, is it? If you want chips, said Grandpa, you must find the potatoes. If you find something else, you eat that with no complaints. Is it a bargain? Now then, we've got a few things to think about here, haven't we? Why isn't it very healthy for Oliver to only eat chips? And if he does want to eat chips, why is it the potatoes that he needs to find? And also, why do you think Grandpa has made a bargain with him and said that he must try all the other vegetables that he finds as well? What do you think is going to happen? Lots to think about for this story, isn't there? Oliver ran round the garden, but he couldn't see any potatoes. They must be hiding, he said, and pulled at the nearest leaves. Carrots, said Grandpa, just the thing for Monday lunch. Oliver ate his first carrots for lunch. Oliver took a long time making up his mind on Tuesday. Gran and Grandpa came to watch him. Those crinkly leaves are pretty, he said at last. Are the potatoes there? Oh, what do you think, guys? Do you think he's found the potatoes? Spinach, said Grandpa. They had spinach for supper. That was good, said Oliver. Oh, now I thought Oliver only liked chips. Right then, what day comes after Tuesday? Well done, we're on to Wednesday, and do you think he's going to find the potatoes today? Let's have a look. On Wednesday, Oliver got up early. Potatoes are very important, he said, so they must have big leaves. Here they are. Grandpa smiled. That's rhubarb. They had rhubarb pie that evening. That was very good, said Oliver. OK, what are your guesses for today? What do you think he's going to find in the garden today? Is it going to be potatoes? Let's see. It rained on Thursday. When it stopped, Oliver hurried outside. Have you found the potatoes? Grandpa asked. No, said Oliver. I found slugs and snails. Are they eating my potatoes? Grandpa shook his head. That's cabbage. Oliver had 2 helpings. Do you think he liked it? Very, very good, he said. Now then, does anybody know what vegetable Oliver is holding in the picture here? Do you think it's potatoes or do you think it's something else? On Friday, Oliver was sure that he had found the potatoes. When he pulled up the leaves, up came some beetroot. That night, Oliver ate all of his beetroot salad. And do you think he liked it? Very, very, very good, he said. OK then, what day comes after Friday? Well done, we're up to Saturday. And what do you think? Is today going to be the potato day? What do you think he's going to find today? On Saturday, Oliver played football. The ball landed in a tangle of sticks and leaves. Oliver was sure the potatoes weren't there, and Grandpa nodded. Peas, he said. Oliver had 3 helpings of pea soup that evening. Was it good? Asked Grandpa. No, said Oliver. It was delicious. So Oliver's definitely starting to like a bit more than just chips, isn't he? OK, then we're up to the last day of the week. We're up to Sunday. So what do you think is going to happen today? Oliver rushed into the garden on Sunday. There they are. How do you know? Asked Grandpa. They're the only things that are left, said Oliver. There they are, look, coming up out of the soil. Can we have chips now? Oliver asked. Now, Grandpa said that they needed to find the potatoes to be able to make chips, didn't he? So what do you think they need to do to the potatoes before they can have chips? Let's see. You scrub the potatoes, said Gran, and I'll peel them. Grandpa can cut them. Oliver, Gran and Grandpa sat down to eat. The door opened and in walked Oliver's mum. She saw the plate of chips. Oh dear, I did hope Oliver would eat something different while he was here, she said. Oliver and Grandpa looked at each other. His mother stared as they laughed and laughed and laughed. What are they laughing about? And do you think chips are still Oliver's favourite food? Do you think that when he goes home with his mummy, do you think he might try some other vegetables now, or do you think he still doesn't like vegetables? That is the end of our story today. Did you enjoy that one? I thought that was a nice different story to think about compared to our dragon and princessy ones we've been looking at. I wonder, what is your favourite fruit and vegetables to eat? I like potatoes too, but I have to say my favourite vegetable is parsnips. I love parsnips.
Okay then everybody, for the last time, it is over to you. Off you go, have a look at those home learning jobs, see what you want to get up to this week, and if you're in school, see what your teachers have got planned for you this week. But just bear in mind that if we were all in school and everything was normal, we'd be doing lots of lovely things for this last week of term, so make sure you get up to lots of lovely things this week too. Now, before I go, I just wanted to say what a complete privilege it has been to be your teacher this year. I have loved every single minute of it. I know it's unfortunately not been the kind of year that we would have hoped to have had, but all the same, I think it has still been so incredible, and that's because of all of the effort and the thought that all of you have put into it, whether you've been working hard in school, whether you're still working hard at home. I'm just so impressed by you all, and like I say, it has been such a privilege, such an honour to be able to say that I've been your teacher, and I have loved every minute of it. So thank you everybody for all of your loveliness, for all of your messages when we've all been at home, for all of the messages I've still received when some of us have had to still be at home and some of us have been back in school. It's just been amazing. So thank you everybody. Have the most amazing summer, have lots and lots of fun, and I cannot wait until September and I can see your faces again in real life and get to see how much you've grown and get to have a chat with you all. So bring it on, I say. Have a brilliant summer, take care, thank you for everything, and I will see you in September.